Hi everyone, it's Susie. Welcome back, and if you're new here to Dragonfly Beez Resell Journey, thanks for clicking on this video. In this video, as you can see, this isn't jewelry. No, I am going to show you some other types of things that I also resell. So we're going to start off with these. These here are uranium glass. Beautiful. I love this style. I guess they're little, I don't know, ice cream bowls. I have 6 of them. That's what it looks like. There's no markings on them. The top measures in at, I would say, approximately a little over 4 inches wide, and the height of it is about 3.5 inches. Now, let me shut this light off and show you how they glow. Isn't that pretty? So these I actually found at the Salvation Army, and like I said, I have 6 of them, so they will be offered individually and I guess as a set. So here you have these uranium glass, I'm gonna call them ice cream bowls, or Vaseline glass. Let's see what else I got. Next up, I have this picture frame. This measures 3.5 inches by 5 inches. It's really a sweet frame. It's a window looking in. It has these dimensional resin carved water can, flower pot. You even have a ledge. Beautiful, vivid colors. These are vines growing on the house. This is glass. Here's the back. You can either place it on the table or hang it up on the wall. So we have this picture frame. Here's another picture frame made to look like wood, but this is all resin, and then you have all these different things on it. I see it is damaged right here. This little box is missing a leg. This looks like a hair comb. Here is a little Dutch windmill scene. Here's a pendant, a button, some flowers. What is that? A sack of something. More buttons. These look like glasses, maybe? A nice pendant, brooch, spoons. Here is some type of hook in the back. A little bottle of perfume. This here is not glass. It's a heavy vinyl. Here's the back of it. This is by Russ. Something that you just place on your table. So, let's measure this one. I guess I have to measure the size of the picture that would fit. 4.5, 3.25, and the frame measures in at about 7.5 inches high and 6.25 inches wide. So we have this one, but unfortunately this piece right here is missing the other leg. Otherwise, it's a pretty cool frame with all these different components, fun components. Here I have a picture frame. This is Lennox. This here is just a plastic piece to cover the photo. The photo goes in from this slot right here. Beautiful ivory color with that signature gold trim. Here on the back side it says Lennox with the copyright, and that sticker says handcrafted in Thailand. Let's see, how would this be measured? Well, let's measure the frame first of all. Going across, it's about 5 inches, the circle that is, and the frame is a little over, I would say that's about 3 inches. Yeah, 3 inches all around. So we have this picture frame, Lennox picture frame. This picture frame, by the way, is called the Ivory and Gold Memorable Frame, and Lennox uses 24 karat gold plating, I guess, on the edges. Next up, I have these Lennox dessert bowls. They're made in the USA. It says special on the underside of it. Just a little bit about Lennox. It was founded in 1889. It is an American manufacturer of tableware, giftware, collectibles. They started in, I believe, Bristol, Pennsylvania. Their other brands include Danks, Reed and Barton, Gorham, and even China services were commissioned for the White House. They actually closed in 2020, which was quite recent. So we have these dessert bowls, and let's take a look at them. Here is the design in the middle, and on the outside you have that floral design as well, and it's on either side with a gap in between. These are in really nice condition. I have 2 of them. Here is what it says on the back. And measuring these, let's see, across about 5 1/4 inches, and the height I would say is about 1 3/4 inches high, approximately. So we have these, I'll call them special since that's what they say on the underside, Lennox dessert bowls, a set of 2. Next up is this beauty. This is resin. It is a trinket box. It has all these beautiful carved flowers on the outside. Needs to be scrubbed, and none of it is chipped. Has a very nice little ribbon design on the bottom, and it's a music box. Sing a song, Love Me Tender, and that's what this plays. Collector edition, heritage house, handcrafted in China. So let's take a look at him. Here is the cover. I do see some dust in there, so I guess you need to take a Q-tip or something to get in those crevices. But look at this design. Look at the detail. Look at him. I am so shocked that his beak didn't break. It's got all these beautiful detailed wings. The wings are all intact. I don't see any chips. I love the back with the green tips on the feathers. There's his body and his little claws. You see his feet? That face, he's got little black eyes. These flowers are really beautiful too. And the leaves. And even this bud. And then here's the mechanism to play it. So let's wind him up. Love Me Tender. It's a little low, but I think you can hear it. So we have this beautiful hummingbird music box that plays Love Me Tender. Next up, I have these two. I believe they're plaster coasters. I like the color. They are specialized because they do have the letter J. They are made from, this is from Thirsty Stone, and they're located in Gainesville, Texas. So they have the cork bottom. They measure in at 4 by 4. Unfortunately, when I looked at this one, when I got it home, how come I don't see these flaws when I'm at the store? This one has a little tiny chip on the corner. This here states the graphic design, Wild Apple. I think that's what it says. And yeah, I think they're nice. So we have these two coasters with the letter J. Next up, I have a Pyrex bowl, and let's see what it says on the bottom. Pyrex 7401-S, USA, 3 cup, 750 milliliter, no range top, no broiler, 24. This is a nice clear ribbed 3 cup, I guess 3 cup soup bowl. This would be, I would say, post 1970. And Pyrex brand was introduced by Corning in 1915. Pyrex glassware was made by Corning Glassworks. So if you find Pyrex, the oldest pieces have a mark of Pyrex in capital letters inside a circle with CG, and the CG stands for Corning Glassworks. Any ones that are made in the USA would be from the mid-50s. They would have a trademark symbol. And Pyrex glassware, like I said, was made by Corning Glassworks. Originally clear, and then in the 40s, colors and patterns came along. Casserole dishes began appearing. If you watch the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, you'll notice that she has a Pyrex casserole dish. I think it was orange or something. Yeah, primary colors, red, yellow, blue, green, were around in 1945 to 1950. If you find any with snowflakes, like a white snowflakes on a black background, or black on white. That would be mid-50s to the late 60s. Then they came up with farm scenes and roosters and plants. You know, those were also in the 50s to the late 60s. There's also ones with berries on them, that on vines with leaves. And then in the 60s, they had what they called the Town and Country edition, which was like abstract stars designs. And then in the late 60s, they had dots. So if you notice any like really bright, colorful dots on white, that is Pyrex from the late 60s. Then they had a Friendship edition in the 60s, which were deep orange and yellow roosters. I remember there's a floral pattern in the 70s, and they were called the Butterfly Gold. And in the 80s, they even had really deep autumnal colors and with wheat stalks on them, and they were called the Autumn Wheat Collection. Pyrex is now owned by World Kitchen. They took over the brand in 1998, and they stopped using what is called borosilicate glass, which is what Pyrex is known for. Today, they use soda lime glass, which is basically ordinary glass. So, enough about Pyrex. Here I have this 3-cup bowl, and it's in great condition. Next up, I want to talk about this little figurine. But since you can't really see it, I am going to place it like this for now while I speak of it. So this is Connemara Marble, also known as the Irish gemstone. It's basically one of the rarest marbles in the world. It has been quarried since the 1700s and has been exported worldwide. This marble forms when limestone is heated under pressure. It's dominated by two minerals, dolomite and calcite. It has a beautiful green-brown color, and it's said to radiate peace, tranquility, healing, and restoration. It isn't suitable for outside use because the weather can cause it to discolor fast. There's even an exhibit of Connemara Marble located in the National Museum of Ireland. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this company, which is called Connemara Marble. It began over 75 years ago. It's been passed through 3 generations of the Walsh family. Thomas Walsh and his friends started this company in 1945. They started off selling rosary beads made of horn, wood, and Connemara marble. In 1947, they supplied the rosary beads to the first ever duty-free shop in the world. And you want to know where that was? Shannon Airport. His son took over in 1962, and now the business is called J.C. Walsh and Sons. And here I found this little figurine. Oh, by the way, they do have a website that you can check out. It's called ConnemaraMarble.com. This little figurine is of a 3-leaf clover, also known as a shamrock. There is the sticker, Connemara Marble, Ireland. And here you can see, yeah, it's a little rough, I guess, right? But it's really old. And look at the marble. There's the back. So let me measure this. Take that away. Get the measuring tape. It's just a little, nice little figurine to have on your desk. It's 2.5 inches wide. I would say about 2 inches high. There's a sticker on it that shows 14 pounds sterling. So that's equivalent to, almost $17 in US dollar. So we have this very sweet Connemara Marble, Ireland shamrock figurine. Next, I have the sweetest little trinket box, and it's hand-carved alabaster. It is about 2 inches high, no, 2 inches wide, and 1.5 inches high. Here's the inside. It does have wear. I see it on the corners. I see it around the box everywhere. It's a hinged cover, has this very pretty, is that hand painted? I'm not sure. Yeah, so there are some tiny little chips and marks all over it. Alabaster, it's usually white or translucent gypsum. It's used in vases and ornamental decor, statues, and trinket boxes. So this one here on the bottom says genuine alabaster, hand carved in Italy. So this is quite an old box, has seen better days, but I thought it was sweet and I wanted to pick it up. So we have that. Next up, I saw these little teacups and I thought they were so interesting because I'm just mesmerized by the pattern in the back. I guess some of this transfer wear came off. I like the purple bottom with the gold trim. They are all marked sterling china from Japan, and I found 4 of them. They are 2 inches high, and the mouth is 2.5 inches wide. The sad part is, when I took them home, I guess one of them shipped in transit. So there are 4 in the set, and this one has a chip. So sadly, one is damaged, but they are so sweet nonetheless. And I couldn't find the Sorcers. So we have this set. Of teacups marked sterling china from Japan. Now, the next item I want to show, I found lots of Sorcers, but only 1 cup. And I fell in love with this because of, number 1, the color. Number 2, the design. And I just thought they were so pretty. These are made in Japan. They are marked made in Japan. They are this scene of this crane, I guess about to take flight. The gold is raised, and even on the rim, it's a raised gold trim with these little beads going across. It has a very nice iridescent look to it. I'm sure these are hand painted. This one doesn't have a mark. And looking inside, of course, I found a flaw. Bummer. There's a little chip off the lip. Isn't it pretty? And then these Sorcers each have that matching trim with the beads. On the back, it says made in Japan. Here's another one with the beads all around and this raised bead design. Yeah, this is all raised as well. There's the hallmark. Here's the next one. This one, I don't feel it on the outside, but I do see that line. I guess these beads may be enameled, because look at that one. That ran. That's interesting. Let's look at the last one. So maybe they're not actually beads. Maybe they were just poured enamel. And here is the back of this one. So I just thought that these were super, super sweet. So if you can find the matching cups, that would be great, because these are so nice. So we have this set of 4 saucers, 1 teacup that has that little chip. These saucers are almost 4 inches across. I guess they are. And this little cup, which I adore, is about 2 inches high. So we have this set. Next up, I have some books, hardcover books. One is on Westmoreland glass, identification and value guide. This is a hardcover book in, I would have to say, good condition. This here, okay, it does have a a name written in there. And if you take a look at it, inside you will see colored photos, old photos, names and dates, even old ads on everything Westmoreland glass. Pretty neat. And even the history of the founder. So that's this one. The second one is a collector's encyclopedia of Nippon porcelain. This is the 3rd series. It is also a hardcover. Okay, there's a little nick on that end, some on this. This here is the 3rd series, and let's take a look at what's inside this one. These have colored photos inside, dates and names, wall hangings, plaques, bowls, vases or vases, even urns, more vases, different hallmarks. Pretty neat stuff. Even, look at this. This is from a catalog, Butler Brothers, from 1914. So yeah, we have these two books. Next, I'm bringing this little guy back. He is from the Daily News set of the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel Amazon Prime series. Very sweet. Stacking turtles in this really pretty honey tone glaze color. And his feet and head and tail move around. Next, we have this box from the Smithsonian Institution. This one is something I had for a while. It is from the shopgoodwill.com site. I think it was an Asian lot, because here we have a reproduction of something. Let's see what this has. This was from their Asian ethnological collection at the National Museum of Natural History. So over 30,000 objects made up this collection, and that included things from Japan, Korea, China, Taiwan, and the Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia, and the Eastern Mediterranean were all represented. So here is, I guess, a reproduction of cinnabar. So we have this necklace that has this type of closure with a matching stretch bracelet. So this set, you will get this card with it in the box, part of that collection from the Smithsonian Institution, and that event was held at the National Museum of Natural History here in Manhattan. Okay, everyone, that's a wrap on this video, this very different video, something different other than jewelry. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me that thumbs up and comment below. Tell me what your thoughts are. Did you have any favorites? If there's anything you would like to purchase, email me at dragonflybeez@gmail.com. Remember that shipping will be determined by your location and the weight of the object. And I will be charging what USPS charges. And in addition to that, please be subscribed to get in on these deals. Ring that bell, choose all notifications. That way you'll be alerted when I post new content. And oh, if anything sells, I will create a sold list, and that will be a pinned comment down below in the comment section. Instructions for purchasing, by the way, are at the after this segment ends, as well as below in the description box. So I think that's it for now. If there's anything, I don't think I missed anything, but thank you for spending some time with me today, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.